Hey, what is up, 5-9 Gaming? It's your boy Swift, and we are back with another video. Real quick, make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, this video is going to be basically the top 10 non-Zenkai LF units. I am here joined by my buddy Noctis. Say what's up, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And yeah, like I said, this video, we basically put together a top 10 list for the non-Zenkai LF units. Just for quick reference, we are going to be basically listing them at 6 stars, so keep that in the back of your mind that each unit is going to be, referenced at 6 stars. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. We are going to start at the bottom of the list and work our way up, kind of build up the hype. So, at number 10, we got Majin Vegeta. Noctis, what are your thoughts on this guy?
So, Majin Vegeta is like a really underrated unit, in my opinion. He can do so much work, especially with his blue card. His green card is so obnoxiously good, drawing a card, getting the key, and he's a transforming unit, which means his stats are actually kind of decent for an LF unit, you gotta say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he also heals back while transforming, so that's a big plus. You can take damage and heal it back. And he gains like a damage cut each time you get hit, which is really damn solid.
Oh yeah.
He can tank if you take like more hits, but yeah, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think Majin Vegeta is still a decent unit. He's definitely fallen off a little bit. I remember when this dude first came out, he was an absolute menace. But yeah, I think he definitely deserves a spot on this list. He is at the bottom, but, you know, like I said, over time, he's fallen off a little bit, but definitely a phenomenal unit. Great green card. He does really good damage. I've ran into a couple 14s. I know we're ranking them at 6 stars, but I just wanted to say I've ran into a couple 14-star Majin Vegetas, and he is incredible at 14 stars. I mean, this guy has some potential for sure. But yeah, I think
most people.
What's that?
Most people also forget about the nullify cover change when he uses his main ability on transformation.
Oh yeah.
Many people forget that.
And that's an incredible ability. You know, we'll kind of bring that up in some of these other units later, but, you know, being immune to that is so good, especially nowadays where, you know, you go into PvP, the meta right now is so many cover change units. An ability like that is incredible. So, yeah, that's a great point, Noctis. But yeah, other than that, I mean, so he's got the good green card, very strong blue card. He's got a good kit. He's, like you said, he's got good stats, so I think that basically explains why he did deserve a spot on this list, even though he is at the bottom. But yeah, I think that's about it for Majin Vegeta. So like I said, that is number 10. Number 9 is going to be Purple Rose. What are your thoughts on him?
Alright, Purple Rose is quite the difficult one. Like, he can be so damn good, but he can also be so mediocre at the same time. Why I'm saying that is, you can go type neutral with his blue card. It can even help you defensively if you activate it at the wrong time, basically, and you get hit by the type disadvantage for you. And you just gain the type null. But at the same time, like, he's like a double-edged sword. You can make work with his blue, but other than that, he can also die really quick.
Yeah, for sure. I've faced him many times at PvP, and like you said, there's been times he's put in some work, and there's other times where, you know, he goes down pretty quickly. I think this is kind of one of the LF units, and this goes with a lot of these LF units, but at insanely high stars, this guy can be good. Obviously, with the that exploit a while ago, I used to face a lot of 14-star of this guy, and he definitely has potential to be really good. But kind of like you said, he goes down pretty quickly. And, you know, I remember because he has that ability where he inflicts you with that extreme bleed, I believe it's called. And, I mean, that is a cool ability. But I will say, I think people kind of overrated it, I want to say. Like, you know, when I get hit with that, it's not like I'm really too worried about it. I mean, it is a good ability, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, if it's not something that gets the kill immediately, it's not really, you know, something that has like extreme value in this meta. So I think overall he is a good unit. He definitely has potential. Like you said, he goes type neutral after the green card, and then even if you have a tanky yellow unit, he hits you with that blue card and it does decent damage.
Yeah, also the green card into the blue card.
Oh yeah.
That's also like really solid.
Yeah, that is a nasty combo.
Like throwing the green card and then the blue to get type neutral and AoE damage. There's nothing they can do if you hit them with the green card. Yeah, he has like such niche uniques, like destroying a Dragon Ball with a 15% chance on the strike hit. And that bleed, I mean, the bleed is kind of solid. It does like around 200k damage when you get it off. And if you can't heal team-wise, it can really notch you down. But if you have a heal, you most of the time don't really notice it, I guess. Because you just heal it off with a main ability or just a switch out. Or
See, that was my problem is I play with God
yeah.
Key a lot of the times and I have Vados going and I get hit with that bleed and after a couple swap in and outs with Vados, I don't even realize it even happened. So I agree it is an incredible ability, but like you said, if you have a team that can heal, you know, you're not going to notice it too much. But yeah, overall, I think this guy's good. I think he was... I will say, I think he was kind of an underrated LF overall. I think he actually was better than people thought. I think he came out, and people were really hyped because it was Rosé, but then, you know, they went into PvP and he might not have been performing that well or whatever. I think he's definitely a good unit, and he has potential and value, but, you know, obviously, compared to some of these other units that we're about to get to, that's why he's lower on the list. But any last thoughts for this guy?
No, not really. We covered him, I would say.
We will move up to, so that was number 9. We will move up to number 8, which is going to be LF Kid Buu. This guy is, honestly, he's an incredible unit. I got to say, individually, he was one of the better LFs that we've seen for a while. You know, he's got the ability to restore his Vanish gauge. He gets, you know, basically free buffs for doing nothing. I mean, he is an incredible unit. And then obviously his team is regeneration. And I guess what powerful opponent as well, but probably mostly regeneration. And yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts you have to say about this guy? I think he's an incredible unit.
If you face an opponent which can use him really well, it's so annoying. They will just vanish. They will vanish again. They will vanish again. They will vanish again. It feels like they have infinite vanishes. It's actually it's dumb. And he can get like card draw with his green card. He can't even stack that if he has 2. And if your opponent gets priority, it can be over really damn fast. Because he also gets key for no reason. For just standing there on the field. And having that with card draw on the green, he can be really nasty. And bonus damage against Saiyans and regen. While having like a flopping 90% damage for no reason.
Yeah, he's
yeah, he's so
he's pretty
good.
wild.
He's
And like
really
you said, my favorite
good.
part is the Vanish restoration. So I believe it's his green card where he gets that Vanish back. And on top of that, isn't his normal Vanish restore speed just like on average faster? So you combine that with the green card and yeah, he gets his Vanish back like left and right, which is incredibly valuable in this meta.
The issue why we rate him like kinda low, even though we talk him very high, is because he's basically only on regen because powerful opponent is way too niche to be really solid in the meta, I would say. So it's basically only him being on regen, and regen already has a really damn good free-to-play unit. So that makes it really hard.
And I gotta say, most of the time when I run into regen, they normally, even if they have this guy on their team, they normally don't bring him. It's normally like, you know, Zenkai Buu, yellow DKP, and then like red Revival Cell or the yellow LF Piccolo. So for whatever reason, I don't see this guy too often, unfortunately, although he is an incredible unit. But yeah, so that is going to be number 8. Number 7 is going to be a God Key unit, the boy UI Goku. Any thoughts on this guy?
Oh boy, he's such a fun unit, and you can also be really mad if he dies in like 2 cards, not gonna lie. I have to be honest here.
Yeah, Zenkai 18 will literally one card this guy with the blue card.
If you get unlucky, he'll just die. Or if you don't have any Zenkai bench for him, so he can take the hit and have like 10% health left after getting hit by the blue card. But yeah, he gets so many buffs after such short amount of time, and having the unique vanish or unique like gauge is so much fun.
Oh yeah, he is the only character that has that unique gauge. Maybe if they ever release like a mastered Ultra Instinct, I'm sure that guy will have it too. But I will say, if you're very good with this unit and you're able to take advantage of that unique gauge, you can get some incredible results with this guy. But I think the main reason we ranked him so much lower than obviously everybody else above him is going to be just the main fact that, like Noctis said, he's just a squishy unit. You have to have this guy, even at 6 stars, he's squishy. I mean, you have to have this guy like incredibly high star to not be that squishy. So I think that's going to be the main reason he's lowered on the list. But like Noctis said, he is a very good unit. And, I really love this guy. It's just my main problem is just the squishiness. But, and especially with the newly released Purple Vegito Blue, I think there's just better options for God Key now.
Or more safer options, so you don't get punished that quickly and hard and basically lose the game if you get unlucky.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely better wording. More safe. Vegito Blue is... whoa, my voice just cracked. Vegito Blue is a little bit tankier. But like you said, you guys got that unique gauge. He's got the incredibly hard-hitting ultimate that takes buffs away on the main ability. So, I mean, he's got a really good kit, but I think the main problem is just going to be the squishiness.
And you can cover with him.
Oh, yeah, his cover change. He's got the cover change on Blast and Strike cards. That's a very good thing to point out. So, yeah, that is going to be the number 7 on the list. Definitely a deserved spot on this list. Number 6 will be LF Broly. What are your thoughts on this guy?
Oh god, running into a Super Saiyan team and seeing him with like a 6-star or higher, that's scary. I gotta say, that's way too scary. Getting caught in one single wrong combo and you could lose the entire game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy, he I mean, not only does he have blast armor, he does really good damage, he's got a cover change, and he's got that kind of like similar buffs to Android 18 to where the enemy almost doesn't want to swap out. So it's like you said, if it's a Super Saiyan team and this guy comes in doing damage with Bardock's crits, and then you're in a situation where you almost don't want to swap out because you're just going to give him more buffs. So it's like, he's got that oppressive factor, I feel like. This guy's just super oppressive.
Exactly. There are like situations where like, oh god, I'm in a combo. Do I switch and make him more powerful so I even risk the other unit dying instead? It's like, there are situations where you gotta choose which unit do you want to be dead. Like,
yeah.
You gotta choose which unit is dying right now, basically. Is it the unit on the field, or do I swap another unit in that will basically be dead if I do?
This guy, like I said, he's just so oppressive, and especially on Super Saiyan teams, somebody could run like blue, purple or something, and it's just a nasty team. But I think we basically said everything about this guy. He's just super oppressive, crazy damage, cover change. But yeah, so that will be the number 6 on the list. Number 5 is the
Feint on the blue.
Oh yeah. He's got the feint. Number 5 on the list is going to be actually a 2nd anniversary unit, Blue Vegito Blue. This guy is probably, I don't know if I'd say he's the best aged unit, but I'd say over the last year he has, I mean, he's fell off a little bit, but I mean, he's held his value pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah, he still is such an oppressive unit where also if you get caught in a combo, you already know you can watch a movie, you can go like to the toilet, the combo will still be going, and they most likely will have their Rising Rush also. You never know when to cover change because he will have a green card on his first appearance, so you can cover change wrong, you get in a green card, you lose your buffs, and he continues to combo you. Also, he can lock you in with a blue card and basically snipe a unit.
Yeah, if you happen to catch a red unit in the battle and you hit him with that blue card, it's going to be doing crazy damage. They can't swap out. This guy's got one of the... I got to say, when this guy first came out, we were all surprised how long his kit was. Like, they literally just wrote an essay. But he's got a crazy kit. One of my favorite things about him that I think a lot of people forget is the fact on his ultimate, he just ignores cover change. I feel like a lot of people forget that. And I believe this was like one of the first units that we saw that can ignore cover change. Like, I think he was really the one that paved the way. And then afterwards, we started seeing units like LF Broly, Gogeta Blue, and all these other units that had abilities to ignore cover change. But if I can remember right, I believe Vegito Blue was the first one that had this. So I mean, he's got an incredible kit. He's got blast armor. He's got, like you said, cover change and locks in with the blue card. He's got an SA long kit. I mean, even though he is a year old, I do think he deserved a spot on this list, and that is going to be the number 5 spot. So I think he is definitely still very valuable for being a year old. And actually, a point that I wanted to bring up. So for God Key, obviously we got this free-to-play Zenkai, the Zenkai Blue Goku. So I think that was one of the reasons this guy got overlooked, is because on God Key, you know, there's probably just a better option with the Zenkai unit. But now with this anniversary and kind of finishing the Fusion Warrior team, you know, you got the green Gogeta for fusions, you got the purple Vegito Blue for fusions. You know, you could say fusions is basically complete at this point, basically. And, you know, now I think now that fusions is ready for him, his value is just skyrocketing right now.
Oh yeah, fusions coming back. They're already back, basically.
Yeah, they did hint the blue Gogeta possibly getting a Zenkai, so that'll be pretty crazy.
And guess what? He will even Zenkai buff them.
Dude,
right?
When that comes out, you're gonna be able to like Zenkai buff this dude like 4 or 5 times, I think. Because you got all the blue Saiyan Zenkai buffers, and then you'll have that blue Gogeta.
The only thing where he wouldn't Zenkai boost them would be if he buffs movies, but
yeah.
I don't think
that's
that will
a good point.
happen.
Hopefully they do blue fusions, but so yeah, that'll be the number 5 spot on the list. Let's move up to number 4. Now we're starting to get into the hype. The you know, the top 4, top 5 of the list. These are going to be the very hype units. We got Red Zamasu at number 4. What are your thoughts on this guy?
Alrighty, Red Zamasu, the new LF, the big model big boy. He's such an offensive truck. But defensively, you'll just die. So I was kind of split about the decision because of that only. If you get priority, you can decide the game. But if you get hit, it also can decide the game. His green card is one of the best, I would say, because it does like damn much. The only issue I have with it basically says inflicts all enemies with like 3 substitution counts, but in reality it's only 2 because you activate it and it already starts, but you are stuck in that animation, so you can only use 1 card instead of 2. Normally in 3 timer counts you can easily chain 2 cards, but you can't do that because you're stuck in that animation. So the green card reads better than it actually is.
That's one thing I've noticed as well, is by the time you pop the green card, you really only have time for 1 more card. So if you get in a situation with like a blue unit, you almost want to, like, if you can, get your ultimate in your hand and then hit him with the green card and immediately go into the ultimate, because you will not have time to pop a card and then go into the ultimate. So I agree with that. Definitely an offensive powerhouse, but like you said, his defenses are a little bit lacking. I mean, if you get hit by a strong blue unit a couple times, it's not going to take many cards to die. But I'd say overall, he definitely deserves this number 4 spot. I think his offenses are insane. Like you said, very good green card. And one of my favorite abilities about this guy that I wanted to point out was the fact that every time the enemy swaps out, the guy gets like, I think 50% of his age back. And what's cool about that is if you're facing a team like Super Saiyans or even God Key with Vados, or, you know, really any team that swaps out a lot, he's going to be getting his Vanish back, and that really comes in handy. You know, if you, let's say, waste your Vanish and then you happen to kill a unit, then the enemy is basically forced to swap into a new unit because their unit died, and you're getting your Vanish back. So that's one thing I've noticed that really comes in handy during battles, getting that Vanish back. And I think it activates like 8 times or some crazy stuff like that. So, you know, this guy's definitely got a good kit, but the main downside, you know, the main reason why he's number 4 and not higher on the list is really just going to be that squishiness. He does not have the defenses to, you know, really take a hit. If you're running this guy, you have to bring like a tanky unit to back him up almost.
There's also a really good thing about him. When you kill a unit, they will get all their cards destroyed, which can also make him a really decent last man standing unit, because most of the time it's like you lose your Vanish, you kill the opponent, they come back but have a full hand to just straight up kill you. But with this guy, they won't have any cards left. So you kill the unit, the other one comes in, you get your Vanish back, and they basically don't have cards.
Yeah, that's insane. Like you said, normally when you kill somebody, they're ready to come in and start a combo. But yeah, with this guy, it just destroys the entire hand, which I agree is an incredible ability. Comes in handy all the time. But yeah, I think we basically covered the main things about this guy. Definitely a good unit. He definitely deserves a spot in the top 5. But the main downside is just his tankiness really isn't there. So we will move on to the top 3. So the third unit that we chose is Gogeta Blue.
Oh boy, I'm always excited when I see him.
Too.
One of my favorite units in the game. Not BS, by the way. So I just really like this guy because you can just start a combo whenever you want. You don't have to bother about any cover changes. You just go in, switch to him, he'll get key, he'll get everything he needs except for the card draw. But that would make him way too powerful. But yeah, getting the key, getting the health back, getting all the damage when you use cards, building him up, it's so important to do. He has Vados on his side, making him really damn broken with the healing and the building up, getting key, he gets literally everything he needs. And having a game...
Card draw speed would have been nice, but I also agree it probably would have been too busted because, like you said, you run him most of the time alongside Vados unless you're running him on fusions. If you're running him on God Key, you have Vados by his side, and Vados has the card draw speed, so you really have to take advantage of, you know, using Vados and then swapping into this guy with the boosted damage. So, I definitely think this, I agree, this is one of my favorite units in the game right now. I recently put a multi-Z power into him, got him to 6 stars, and probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. So, he, you know, when he first came out, he was really controversial. You know, people were, you know, some people were swearing that he was really good, and then other people were swearing that he was really bad. And, you know, I think the main thing about this guy, like you said, he's immune to cover change. And now more than ever, when you go into PvP, I guarantee almost every single match is going to be at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 cover change units in one game. So having that immunity to cover change, even if it's only 2 times, it really comes in handy. Like, I can't tell you how many times I'm going up against Green Super Saiyan 3, I get my Rising Rush ready, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to swap into Gogeta and pop the Rush, and then they go into Super Saiyan 3 thinking they can block it. You know, just little stuff like that, it really comes in handy.
Also his green card.
And his green card. Yeah. If you land that green card, bro, it's game over.
Exactly.
But, anything else you want to cover on this guy? I think we covered the main points. You know, his damage, he gains key on entry, very good green card, he's immune to cover change. Oh yeah, his ultimate is very powerful.
Strong ult.
Because you build up, oh yeah, because I believe you build up that damage every single arts card you use, right? Okay, so as you're building up a combo, or as you're going through your combo, in the background you're silently building up your ultimate damage. So that is really nice. But yeah, I think we mainly covered everything on this guy. So definitely deserves a spot in the top 3. Now we are getting into the really juicy stuff, the top 2. So number 2, we got Yellow LF Future Gohan. Anything you want to say about this guy?
He's such a damn wall. It's so scary facing him while he can be switched in at any time. You gotta be so careful. He's probably the unit I'm most careful about, of thinking, should I drop my combo now? Should I not? Should I risk it? If I get caught by his cover change while I do a blast card without having Vanish and being right in his face, I'm gonna take a combo. There's nothing I can do about it. And getting the cards destroyed if you don't drop your combo and get still caught by his cover change, it's so oppressive. He can do so much. He also supports his team with damage.
I was just gonna say, his cover change is literally like Vados on steroids. Like, it's crazy.
Exactly. He's such a damn good unit. And he has endurance, which makes him even better. He can get so many damage ups himself, so he's not just a wall. He can also kill units really easily later on. He can go type neutral if an ally dies. He has a really strong ult if you do that. On top of that, He can literally destroy units on top while being tanky and having endurance. He's such a good wall.
Dude, yeah, he is incredible. I recently pulled my first copy not too long ago, and I gotta say, I was actually playing with this guy the other day, and he impressed me so much at 2 stars. It was incredible. Obviously, like I said, we're ranking these guys at 6 stars, but yeah, at 2 stars, I feel like this is one of the LF units that can really perform well in PvP. And one thing I wanted to add that you said, so like you said, he is a very good cover change. And what's really cool about that, the combination of his cover change and endurance is amazing. So like one thing I've noticed with Vados is you swap in, you steal their cards, but if they have a Rising Rush ready, they usually just rush Vados and you lose a unit. But this guy, he swaps in, destroys cards, and then he has the cover change against blast cards, and he has endurance. So although you're stealing their cards, even if they have a rush ready, they're not even going to want to rush the guys. So yeah, this guy is just absolutely incredible. Definitely a very well-deserved spot at number 2. Anything you want to add about this guy before we move on to the hype number 1
Oh, we
spot?
can go to number 1 right away. Let's go there.
Yes, sir. Okay, so number 1, we got the boy, the newly released LF Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Anything you want to say about him?
I'm just looking at the picture and I'm smiling myself, man. I don't know what to say. He's such a damn fun and good unit. Having blast cover on nearly everything. Basically everything he can have it on.
Yeah.
Being type neutral while damage is taken for 2 times. It's so damn good. Like, and having that first cover cut where he basically doesn't take any damage at all. His green card nullifying enemies cover change, so you don't have to bother about dropping your combo or doing risky plays. Other than that, he's also so oppressive while being a wall. It's such a good combo. I just love that.
Dude, yeah, I gotta say, this guy's utility is amazing. Like you said, he has blast armor on basically everything. His ultimate is pretty hard-hitting. It's probably not the most hard-hitting ultimate in the game, but it hits pretty hard. You know, type neutrality, he gets type neutral all the time. He has the cover change. And the cool thing about his cover change is it's like UI Goku's where, you know, it activates on blast and strike cards, which is incredibly valuable in this meta right now. And one thing I've noticed with this guy is people kind of bait out the combo drops. They keep this guy on the sidelines. They know you're going to combo drop, and then they're just ready for it. So this guy is very good. Like you said, he's oppressive, but he's also defensive at the same time. Like, I faced multiple 2-star Gogetas, and it honestly surprises me how tanky he is. I believe he has like a similar ability to Jiren, where like the first combo he takes like some crazy amount of damage cut, I believe, right?
50% less.
Okay, yeah, that's incredible. I still haven't pulled this guy, but I face him all the time. He is very hard to deal with. You know, honestly, this guy right now is one of the main reasons why I keep Gogeta Blue on my team, just to be immune to the cover change. Because, you know, like I said, this guy has cover change on blast and strike cards, so you're just, you know, you're scared to continue a combo. You don't know what to do almost. So this dude, definitely a well-deserved spot at number 1.
Also, when you read his main, it's like one of the best mains in the entire game. Drawing an ult, healing, getting key, nullify type colors, and card draw speed. What do you want more? What is there? What do you want more?
Yeah.
There's everything in one single click.
Dude, I agree. That's probably one of the best mains in the game. And like you said, the card draw speed and the nullify the unfavorable elements, that's for 20 counts, bro. That is a long time. When you're in the middle of a battle, 20 counts is a long time. So that is really good. Anything else you want to add about this guy? I mean, I think we covered most of it. You know, very oppressive unit, but still defensive. Oh yeah, his green card is incredible. Green card.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, takes buffs away, chains into everything. It has blast armor. You know, if you get really good with this unit, you could just sit at mid-range, wait for the enemy to pop a blast card.
You can also, when you have a green card in your hand, start a combo, do your main ability, have card draw speed by the way, use your green card, and just go through every card you will draw, and at the end with the ult, someone will die in the process. Someone is dead.
Absolutely. So I think overall, this dude definitely well-deserved for number 1. I did want to quickly mention this list is, you know, it's malleable, if that makes sense. It's obviously different for everybody. Definitely put in the comments if you agree or disagree with anything, or maybe the list that you would make for top 10 non-Zenkai LF units. But like I said, it's a malleable list. It's different for everybody. We all have different boxes. We all have different teams and different units. So don't take it too seriously, but this was our opinion, the top 10 that we thought deserved, you know, the spot on this list. So at the end of the day, this is our list, and you know, I think, like I said, all these units deserve a spot in my eye. And yeah, I think that'll basically wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to quickly say thank you for stopping by, thank you for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for more. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on social medias, and that'll be it for me and Noctis. See you later, guys.
See you later.